Hello, how'd you do? I'm not broken, I'm just split in two.
I'm back doing it again. I'm back folding my washing. I can't sit on the floor because to cross my foot, to cross my legs, my actual ankle and foot hurts, but we're going to do another Chit Chat fold washing with me. I'm going to get my baskets set up. I have had probably the most productive day. It's actually the afternoon, early afternoon. I usually do like my Chit Chat fold washing with me in the evening. Once the kids go down, husband's either doing like some study or work or his podcast, and I pour myself a glass of wine and fold washing. But I had a plan today, and my plan was to get this house clean, and I've done it. I feel like I've done a massive workout. I probably overdone it because my foot's a bit sore. And I've got washing left to do. And I thought, well, why not pour myself a cold drink? This is actually just a peached iced tea quarter with really cold water in it. And I thought we can just fold washing. I actually have a lot to do. I think I mentioned this on my Instagram page. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but we came out of lockdown almost a week ago, and I was pretty motivated in lockdown. I had plans I wanted to do, change the kids' routine, kept them busy, and because I had the right mindset, although our lockdowns have been short, it was our 5th or 6th lockdown, so I knew the routine, I knew the drill. I knew how I started to feel after like day 1 or 2 of lockdown. I don't like when things are not in my control, and I do really struggle with it. The basket's too far away. So I do approach them in a very different manner. I did put a video up on how I sort of approach the lockdowns just to help me get through them, because if you've been through a lockdown, whether it's one day or what some of you guys have been through, weeks that feel like months, they're not fun. They're not fun to any extent. And I am one for routine. I like good habits. And when a lockdown comes, they usually come kind of out of nowhere, and I don't like it. I don't cope well with it at all. So the lockdown that we just came out of, I was like, yes, I've got this. I'm going to nail it. The lockdown was extended, and I think it may have been extended again. I hate when I wash my sports bra and the inside padding of them just gets all twisted and manky. I feel like I'm the only one who likes having lining inside sports bras and bras, but I find I kind of need to after breastfeeding 2 kids. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh gee, this one's definitely got a bit manky in there. Yeah, I was great through lockdown. You guys would have seen I was doing like regular video updates, uploads. We were cooking, the kids were doing things. My husband was working from home, and let's just pull them out and redo it, hey? I don't think he had to at all say, can you keep the kids quiet? I've got a very important meeting. In previous lockdowns, my kids used to just keep running up the stairs and interrupting because they just didn't quite understand that although daddy's home, he is working and you can't just interrupt him. But this lockdown, we were all really good. I think because I had so much set up and planned. My kids were calm. I had toys I had hidden for months and months and months now, and I still have more in case we go into future lockdowns. I find when we go into lockdowns, in day like 2 or 3, I pull out one of those toys, and look, it can be a cheap thing I've just gotten from Kmart. It's nothing flash. But then we make games out of it and set it up, and it can keep my kids entertained for days. And I had cooking scheduled, and I promised to vlog for you guys. That gave me something to do there. All right, my boobs won't be as wonky. And I was feeling really good, but I'm getting to the point, trust me. When we came out of lockdown, I literally became a blob. Oh, excuse me. Now, I do have a sore foot, but that didn't stop me in lockdown. But coming out of lockdown, I just lost a lot of motivation. You may have noticed on my Instagram page, I maybe wasn't doing as many Instagram stories throughout the day because I literally was just chilling. I think we ended up doing baked beans on toast one night. We ended up doing takeaway. My son requested a certain takeaway, so I'm like, yeah, we can do takeaway tonight. I think we then had leftovers. I just lost all motivation coming out of lockdown. So I kind of made it my mission today I need an ironing pile, was just to get on back on top of everything. Just go drop the kids off, picked up the groceries. I got the groceries early. I've come back. I've done my hauls. I've uploaded them. I sat down and I kind of thought, today's the day. Today's the day that I need to be a hot, sweaty mess. It's a hot day outside today. Of all the days to choose, it was actually a very warm day outside. But I'm like, don't stop. This was a commitment to get on top of it. My husband always says, just rest, but I'm one of those people, I can't rest if there's things to do. It gives me anxiety. I don't have anxiety. I just get anxious over things at times, and one of them is not having things in order. I don't mind if my house is messy, but it's having things in order. So my kids have no clean pajamas to wear tonight. They're in this pile down here that I'm currently folding, and things like that. I don't find it overwhelming. I just find it frustrating almost. It doesn't give me anxiety. It frustrates me. It frustrates me because, just put it away. Just fold it and put it away, and it's an easy thing to do. So today, I have done just that, and the last of my things to do is to put the washing, fold it and get it, put it away. I'm actually popping down to my parents' house tomorrow, so the kids can see their grandparents and their my nana, the Gigi, great grandma. She lives with my parents. My parents have actually built her a home on their property, so she's down staying with them now because she's living life solo. And my husband's going to get some study done. Pick up my piles now. My husband gets some study done tomorrow, so we're going to do a bit of tag teaming. And then tomorrow evening, I'm actually catching up with a girlfriend. We are planning to go to the Toowoomba Flower. I've never been before. I've always wanted to go. I've mentioned it to my husband, and I have a feeling he's distracted the conversation multiple times. And when my girlfriends mentioned it, I was like, yes, I want to go. So we're going to catch up on Saturday evening to plan what we're going to do, because I think you have to pre-purchase tickets again to allow for COVID, social distancing and that sort of thing. You can't just turn up, so we need to get our tickets organised there. So my husband has a chance to have not necessarily me time, but time where he can just focus. If he doesn't want to study, he doesn't have to. He can do whatever he wants. He can sit on the couch and watch reruns of football. And then Sunday, we're going to have a really quiet home family day, go for a walk with the dog, and I'm going to get my ironing done. So actually on my board over there, I actually set it up this week to actually have things in place to achieve. It was a lazy week, I didn't get it done, but I'm like, I can do the weekend. So my weekend is fairly well set up and structured to be successful, which means at the start of next week, I've actually got the kids booked into, due to COVID, the kids didn't get to do their swimming lessons. And then after COVID, the very first day the pool's open, my husband wanted to take the kids. He's like, I've got the morning off, I'm going to take them to swimming. The kids go swimming first thing in the morning. Got there, the pool heater was broken. And for whatever reason, they said you can't swim without the heaters being on, whether it was too cold or a bacterial thing, because they couldn't pump the water. I don't know, so my kids were quite upset. They were so excited to go swimming after not being able to for however many days they didn't end up going swimming for. So I've got them booked in next week. They are going to go Monday for a catch-up lesson, Tuesday for a catch-up lesson, and Tuesday again for their normal swimming lesson. So I've got a very busy start to the week next week, and I just feel better when I'm organised. So the other thing I need to get done this week, and I think I'm going to film it. Actually, I think I will, because I think it will help those that are in lockdown, just to give you something to do. I am going to organise my fridge. So groceries have come today, and I've kind of just put things on the shelving, but I want to go through and actually wipe out the fridge shelves and get everything organised, go through my condiments in case anything has kind of gone out of date. Because it happens, it all goes out of date at some point unless you finish the jar or something. And my pantry is getting a little bit full. It's actually getting to the point where it's getting full and I can't organise and see things properly. So I would like to go through and just organise it, refresh it so I can see everything, restack all the biscuits that are the same, go through the tea bags, do a bit of a stock take. I do have free printables of cleaning and stock taking your pantry, fridge, freezer, staples, all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm actually going to go through and get that pile there for that. I'd like to go through and get that all sorted. So I might actually film it. I don't know if I'll do like a speed clean, or I might talk through some of the tips with you guys. I would say leave me a comment below and let me know, but this video won't go up for a few more days, and I plan to do that fridge and freezer, pantry, hopefully not tomorrow, the day after. So I will just assume I might do a talk and explain some things and then do like a fast forward. I got today's grocery haul video up, and there is a giveaway. I'm actually doing a giveaway with one of my boards. My husband, I don't know what it is, I was so emotional this morning. Well, actually this week, I think the news is starting to get to me. Like it's just heartbreaking. It's been upsetting this week knowing that we can't see family, family can't come up here. There's people around the country that are sick, that can't travel. I've actually got a girlfriend, her husband is in the mines. She lives in Brisbane and is a mum. I think she's a school teacher, a mum of 3, and the husband, he works in WA. I think her last update she had said was they haven't seen their dad, the kids' dad. The kids haven't seen their dad, sorry, trying to get the right words out, for a few months. And then he has time off over there, and you have your days off, you can't do anything. Like his family is in Brisbane, and it's just not nice to see. And then my husband, he mustn't have sent some, like, feeling the best. He sent me a text message today to a link. It was a father in Victoria. I don't know if it was Melbourne or like a regional Victoria. He lost his job due to COVID last year when they were in that extreme lockdown. He lost his job. He picked up whatever he could. He went out and decided to go do cleaning, because cleaning seems to be the thing that you can get jobs in while COVID is happening. I think he was running his own business, the article was saying, and he just started doing some cleaning work for people and helping out retailers or government government bodies that said they need cleaners to help do like sanitizations and that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm trying to fold this really awkward piece of quilt here. And the article was just saying he's done it like really tough. He's trying to support his family, and things were not going well for him. He just won the biggest lotto jackpot Victoria had ever seen. I think it was $80 million he won, and it just made me get really teary. Like really teary. I think that's amazing, and I don't know, just not enjoying the world at the moment. I feel like I'm talking more downer now. But it was actually a sad but nice article to read. And I'm sure he's not the only one who's doing it tough. How many face cloths do I have this week? Yeah, and I don't know. The news and what's going on at the moment is just it's getting a bit much for me. I think that's why, I think we done it with the first lockdown last year. I just decided to start doing daily vlogs with you guys. And I just started sharing them just to try and, I don't know, keep people upbeat and positive and give ideas around the home so people don't get bored or create bad habits and that sort of thing. And I think that's why I've done it every lockdown since. It kind of keeps me accountable, and I think it helps what you guys say. It helps you, keeps you occupied, and it sort of passes the time. That's one thing I find with the lockdowns is some days can go like really, really quick, and other days they just feel like they drag on and on and on. And that can be a struggle if you're in lockdowns that are going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I think Sydney, you guys are, Melbourne was last year and it's Sydney this year. You guys are really getting hammered down there. I don't know how many weeks they're up to. And I'm sorry, Melbourne or Victorians, I don't know how you guys done last year, how many weeks and that sort of thing. I've actually got a girlfriend. I need to drag more washing this way. Oh, there we go. I've actually got a girlfriend in Melbourne, and she is a paramedic, and she just said it was the crappiest couple of months down there. But I think Sydney has surpassed what Victoria, or sorry, New South Wales have surpassed what Victoria went through last year. I'm just praying with the warmer weather that we start coming out the other end. But then I saw something on the news this morning. I have this thing where I watch the news from about 7 till 8 or from 6 till like 7:30. And one of the updates is now America seems to be going, because they're going into the cooler months, seem to be getting cases spiking. And what's the strain that we've got? The Delta strain seems to be taking off over there. So I think we're coming out the other end in Australia, but then I think, well, the rest of the world now, well, not the rest of the world, the other half of the world might be going into it. So keeping a close eye to see how things pan out on the other side of the country, on the other side of the world, because it's not looking too good. Actually, I actually decided to do a bit of history watching on YouTube. I found some doco channels on YouTube that actually talked about the Spanish flu versus the COVID. Very similar controls. It was actually quite interesting. I didn't know this. The Spanish flu was not from Spain. If you didn't know that, now you do. It did not initiate in Spain, but how it got into Australia. So the Spanish flu apparently happened in 1918. It did not come to Australia till 1919, when the war had finished and the soldiers came back on the ships. And they said, you must quarantine, you must isolate so you don't spread it. So it's the same sort of thing here. I don't think we isolated and quarantined, I've still got odd socks, people long enough to make sure they weren't contagious. And now I'm giving you my opinion on things, and I don't like doing that. But yeah, it was really interesting watching, and I like getting more factual information and not just listening to someone in the news giving their opinion. I don't mind opinions, but I find it really useful as well to also find facts on things. So the Spanish flu is actually a really interesting read, and then they were talking about the similarities between the Spanish flu and COVID and those sort of things. We will get out of COVID when? I don't think anyone knows. And I think I'll just keep doing these videos as much as I can to motivate you, brighten your day, waste 20 minutes of your time so your day goes a little bit faster. I'm not too sure. But look, I have finished my folding. I don't think I had as much as I did last time. I hope you enjoyed this chit chat. I get a few comments saying you guys enjoy it. You just have me on like in the background. I'm kind of like a podcast but not a podcast. So you can just put me on and listen to me and do your folding, or you can do bed making, or you're getting ready for the day, or you're doing your groceries and that sort of thing. So I do believe you guys like them and find them helpful. If not, I'll start folding my washing more regularly. Anyway, keep safe. I hope you're all well, and as always, guys, we will talk soon.
You're fine and got time to do everything you said you would. Frames of the past and the memory of you just come running by. Pictures of sunny days with your smile and the